and gents, it's Idahodub with another NCAA Dynasty video. It's been a minute since I put one of these up. It's been a few days since my last video on YouTube, period. You guys probably got used to a video almost daily during the bowl series and the NFL playoffs, and I'm here to say that I'm probably not going to continue to do that. That was kind of your holiday treat, your present, if you will. You know, I'm going to go back to my normal schedule, a few videos a week. I actually think that after the Super Bowl's over, I'm going to set up a fixed schedule so that we can all get into a routine of when to expect these Idahodub videos. People are like, I don't care. But I am playing my first game of this season, Idahodub Senior's sophomore season as a coach, the Beavers versus Michigan. I rearranged the schedule. This game is not happening in real life, but I rearranged the schedule so this could go down, try to get our strength of schedule up. If you watch the off-season video I put up last of the Beavs, Brandon Cooks was gone. He was going to the draft, but I persuaded him to stay. Promised him a lot of stuff, like winning the Blitnikoff. We're going to win the Pac-12. I can't remember exactly what I promised him, but I basically gave him the moon. And he came back. He stayed. In real life, he did not stay. He left. But I need to continue to play him in this game so that my coach prestige goes up and I can get good recruits in the future. So if you see Brandon Cooks, that's why he's in there. I can't bench him to make it more realistic. I need him. But a lot's happened, man. A lot's happened since the last video I put up. The Super Bowl, that little game that's coming up in a few weeks, that's not what I wanted. It's not the matchup I wanted. I was hoping for the Carolina-San Diego matchup or the Carolina-Cincinnati matchup. Something weird that nobody would think of. Oh, Brandon Cooks at 30, 20, 10. Cooks, he gone. 71-yard touchdown. See, that's why I need him. That's why I need him, to do stuff like that. But a lot's happened. The main thing that's happened that seems to be on everybody's minds and what everybody's talking about this week, at least on the radio stations I listen to and the people that I follow on Twitter. Keep in mind, I am a West Coast guy, so I'm friends with a lot of Seahawks fans and a lot of Niners fans. And Richard Sherman is not a loved person, and he is a loved person where I live. It's interesting to hear people's points of view on this whole Richard Sherman thing. If you're not familiar, which I'm sure you are because most of you know way more about the sporting world than me. I mean, all aspects, like every sport. I think you guys leave comments sometimes, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. You guys are smarter than me, and that's what I love about you guys. You guys give me information. It's awesome. But if you're not familiar, Richard Sherman deflected a pass at the very end of the game, and his teammate intercepted it and clinched a Super Bowl berth for the Seattle Seahawks. And about 2 minutes later, Aaron Andrews interviewed him, and he went on a little rant saying he's the best cornerback in the league and all of that. And it just went viral. Like, people flipped out. People loved it. A lot of people loved it that I know because they're Seahawks fans. Cooks in the end zone again. What a beast. And, I had mixed emotions. I do not like the Seahawks. Many of you know that. I have my own personal reasons, whatever. If people hate a team, I don't care if somebody hates a team. Like, you're a fan, I don't actually hate the players, but, there's some players I don't like a lot. But on the Seahawks, there are only a few players that I actually like. And on the Seahawks, it's Russell Wilson. If you follow him on Twitter or Instagram, I don't know how you don't like that guy. He's just a class act. He goes to the Seattle Children's Hospital every Tuesday, posts photos on his Instagram. Like, he's just a good person, and I don't care who you play for. If you're a good person, I'm probably going to like you. Like, if you're just an all-around genuine person, like, there's no reason for people not to like you. I like Earl Thomas just because I've always liked him since college. I wanted the Dallas to move up and draft him, and I kind of like Richard Sherman. And don't get me wrong, he bugs me. Some stuff he does bugs me, but the dude is good at football, and he's smart, and he actually does a lot of good off the field. But a lot of people don't hear about that. They just see this interview with him, and they instantly hate him because he's cocky. And I don't mind cockiness. Yeah, it's probably not the best time to do that. The Crabtree thing, I read this article. It was actually by him. He posted on the Monday Morning Quarterback. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it already too, but the Crabtree thing is kind of explainable if it's true. I mean, we're just taking Richard Sherman's word on the Crabtree thing, but apparently They were at a charity event this last year. He went up to shake his hand, and Crabtree told him to buzz off, but he, didn't use the word buzz, obviously. And so apparently that's why he did that to Crabtree. I tend to believe him, but, after that whole thing happened, people killed him on Twitter. And that's the great thing about Twitter, is that you can interact with your favorite athletes, your favorite entertainers. You can tweet out. You have instant access to them. They might not see it, or they might just ignore what you tweet at them, but you have that, there's a platform there for you to actually reach out to them. Whether it's them or not, who knows, but you can reach out to them. And that's one of the awesome things about Twitter. And it's also one of the terrible things about Twitter is people say the most hurtful, racist stuff ever, and that's exactly what happened with Richard Sherman. I mean, I went to his Twitter, and he posted something on there, and he actually posted quite a bit that night because people were like really going at him on Twitter, and a lot of it was just racist. It doesn't make any sense to me why people do these things. I'm a fan of the Cowboys, many of you know, and I take losses and what people say about my Cowboys pretty personal, probably more personal than I should, but I'm just a diehard fan. And I go to Twitter sometimes and I vent about the Cowboys. And, I can never see myself getting that crazy on Twitter. I mean, I post stuff on there that I probably shouldn't post, but I try to keep it clean, no cursing, definitely no racial slurs. And it's just shocking to me that people they're probably not going to generate a response from the person, but that's still a human being, and they're saying the most hurtful stuff ever. And I just cannot imagine myself as a fan saying something, for instance, like to Deshaun Jackson or to Eli Manning on Twitter, if he had just beat my Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. I just couldn't see myself doing it. And I thought it was really interesting what Richard Sherman said, is that people label him just because of this one interview or how he acts when he plays football. They label him as a thug, which he interpreted as people, saying the N-word. And I don't know if that's true, but I definitely think there's some validity to it. And fumble, what? No way. Come on. But, people basically were going at him saying he's an idiot, he's arrogant, he's not intelligent, and all this stuff. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Whether you like him or not, he was like a above 4.0 student in college. He went to Stanford, which is a smart kid's school. He had a 3.7 GPA there. And I don't know if you have been to college, but if you haven't, it's not that easy. And it's not that easy to maintain a high GPA. I couldn't keep a 3.7 GPA, and I wasn't a college athlete, let alone a good college athlete. So he's not an idiot, and that's one of the things that bugs me, about Twitter and social media in general, is that we have access to our fans. And by the way, right now I'm just showing you the highlights of the rest of the game because we are laying the law down on Michigan. But that is one of the things that bugs me. People don't think before they speak, and I guess that's kind of the moral, or think before you tweet. But that's kind of the moral of the story, I guess, is that, before you get upset and go to Twitter or go to Facebook or fire an email or say something to somebody in person, think about the repercussions and what could happen. Now, none of those fans are going to get in trouble or anything like that, but, it's just kind of sad to see things go down this way when people don't have all the facts about a person. And I can understand people not liking him. I can understand people just hating the Seahawks and not liking him because of that. But it's just kind of sad to see that. So that's my 2 cents for this video, is just basically think before you speak. I didn't really mean to give this video a moral of the story, but I'm running out of time here. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. So that'll be enough of me rambling on. 45-10's the final score. I don't know if that's going to ever happen in real life. I don't know. Michigan wasn't that great this year. But that's going to do it. I'm out of here for the weekend. I'll have a video up next week. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about whatever you want. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.